You gonna cover some of the crazy shit Kanye's been saying in the last week or so? I briefly mentioned it earlier, man. Kanye needs like some serious help at the moment. There's not much more to say about that. He's going wild. That shit he was saying on that talk show last night or well, yesterday morning, whenever it was, I don't even remember now. Maybe it was this morning. Uh, fucking outrageous. I can't repeat what he said. I legitimately couldn't. It was pretty deplorable. What the fuck? No, he didn't say shit. What are you talking about? You know, one thing I will mention from it that I think I can say is how for some reason he just keeps targeting Jewish media or Jewish people. Like how that is absolutely unhinged like lunacy. And that's like only the tip of the iceberg of the shit he's been saying. On that talk show, even the host, who was trying to give him as much benefit of the doubt as possible, was like, hey man, this is very sensitive. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable going into this one. And he would still go into it. Man, like, what are you talking about? You're huffing that copium because you're remembering the dropout days. The man is a loose cannon. But no, I won't be going into a ton on that Kanye stuff. And one more thing, him doxing his own fucking kids because he wanted to force Kim to put them into Donda Academy is still one of the scummiest father moves I've seen from a celebrity. Yeah, he doxed his own kids because he wanted to strong arm Kim into putting them into Donda Academy. That happened last week. His kids were already known to have gone to that school, Charlie. It's famous for it. There's a difference between knowing where the kids go to school and having their dad publicly posting their information. I don't know why there's actual Kanye defenders for the shit he's been doing. It's unhinged. And Donda Academy is a cult. The only reason people even had an idea where the kids went to school is because they cross-referenced their uniform with other uniforms in the area. It wasn't exactly something that they were publicly trying to make well known. Tuition's $14K a year? Well, that's how rumors start. It's not $14K a year. I don't appreciate people getting, like, the information wrong in order to make it look bad. It's $15K a year for Donda Academy, an unaccredited school, and the only reason people have gone so far is because you get Yeezy merch when you sign up. So at least get the facts right. And there is parkour class. That's right. He does have a parkour class at Donda Academy for the K through 12 unaccredited school. Thanks for resub Schmoopy and Camping and Marshall. Now give me 1 second. I think I just heard Tiana go to bed. I'm gonna go say goodnight and I'll be right back. Then we'll get to the next big topic. Did you see Adidas dropped Kanye? Yes. Hold on, I want to pull up this clip. I saw it on Reddit. Someone made a really beautiful clip. I did see that though. I'll play it in a minute. His lawyer dropped him, evidently. So from what I read, everything is dropping him, obviously. What did he do? So Kanye right now is on this absolutely wild rampage against Jewish people. That infamous quote now from his Twitter, which I believe is still up, about how he's going DEFCON 3 on Jews. Like, it's craziness. Like, he's not even, like, tiptoeing around anything. He's just downright declaring war on Jewish people. And then he also had that incident of publicly doxing his kids in order to force Kim Kardashian to send the kids to his Donda Academy, his unaccredited school cult. I don't know who Lex Friedman is. I haven't seen that interview with Kanye yet. I saw a little bit of his Piers Morgan interview, and that was pretty rough. Do you chop this up to mental illness, or is he just straight up anti-Semitic? It's got to be a little column A, a little column B. He very clearly has had mental health problems for a long time, but he also is anti-Semitic. You can't really blame anti-Semitism on, like, a mental illness. Like, you know, bipolar disorder has caused me to hate Jewish people. But here, let me show you this about Kanye. This is about Kanye being dropped from Adidas today, as well as a lot of other things, but in particular, the Adidas thing aged wonderfully.
Me and Adidas, it's like, I could literally say anti-Semitic shit and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Now what?
Breaking news this morning. Adidas confirming it is ending its lucrative
what
partnership
in
with
tarnation?
Kanye West.
How? Yeah, that's that fuck around and find out matrix at work right there. That's just like a public threat to them as well, like a challenge. He's been going on these crazy anti-Semitic rants, and then he like gloats about it like Adidas can't drop me. They won't drop me. They don't have the balls to do it. They're all pussies there. And he didn't. Yeah, it was Adidas, right? Where he went to their office for a meeting, but just showed them porn instead because he doesn't respect them. That was Adidas, wasn't it? God damn. Are you a Kanye fan? I really like his older work. Like I've said, I haven't been a fan of his newer work in quite some time. Donda, for example, there's only like 2 songs on there I like. I think he's been having a fall off musically as well. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I really only like his older work. Kanye about to turn into the next R. Kelly. I wouldn't go that far. R. Kelly, for a long time, was like an actual sexual predator running his own fucking weird sex cult that he'd recruit women into, and he like pissed on that girl or something. I don't even remember that whole story now. That was like a 15-year-old girl. He had so much shit that all of it got clouded that I actually forgot the whole pissing on that girl's story. It's crazy. I don't think he's going R. Kelly like that or anything. I don't think he's actually doing things like that. He's just completely unhinged on these very awful rants and shit. Supposedly? You talking about R. Kelly being supposedly pissing on that girl? It was filmed, right? Fuck, it's been such a long time since I looked through all the R. Kelly stuff. Wasn't that filmed where he pissed on the girl? Didn't he even have her say, I'm 15 or 14 or whatever it was? Which became a huge point in court. It was filmed, yeah, I thought so. In similar news, Antonio Brown being ordered to pay $1.2 million to a moving truck driver he assaulted. Man, that's another weird spiral. Antonio Brown started showing his dick in a public pool or some shit not too long ago. Whole hogging it. That was a pretty wild video. That one's 100% CTE though. Antonio Brown's brain's got to look like an actual 98-year-old car accident victim's brain. Like, that man has got to be riddled with CTE. I don't know what perfect is. All I know is a lot of times football players in particular, obviously, have really traumatic brain injuries that just never go away. The CTE is a lifelong, life-changing ailment. So I don't really know what perfect is. Perfect was the linebacker who hit AB. Oh, and that brutal hit from a while back now? Oh, I thought it was like a prescription. Oh. No, I know what clip you're talking about. I remember the hit. I didn't know the person's name who administered the hit. What is it? Perfect? I would wager a guess across all of sports, wide receivers and tight ends have to have the most CTE, even more than like an actual fighter. I'm just spitballing, but I would have to guess. Running backs, I don't think so because they can never really get full speed off the line. Of course, sometimes they do, but wide receivers and tight ends always hit full speed and they cross, right? You do a lot of crossing routes. So sometimes if you're going to just go right down the middle, you're going to take a fucking fat shot. I don't know. Linemen also get it really bad too. True. Linemen also have it fucking rough. Fucking true. Running back touches the ball more. It's not, well, I mean, I guess it kind of is. But it's not always about how many touches you get. It's about the quality of them. So take, for example, rugby. Pretty comparable to football in terms of like the brutality of it, but you don't see nearly as much CTE in rugby, and it's for the simple fact that A, they don't have pads, so they naturally don't go like terminal velocity, and B, they don't really get the chance to go that fast and go that hard. So you don't see as much CTE in rugby as you do in football. Yeah, also their hit style is different. Instead of like leading down, they kind of go more, they don't even really do like a ton of upper body tackles in rugby. I mean, they do, of course, but usually they're not in like the upper body tackle region. It's more like grappling almost. Auxiliary Sabatrinu and Salad. Boxing and MMA are the leaders. Hey, again, I was just spitballing. It makes sense that they'd be the leaders, but I don't know. CTE is still something new to football that they're actually starting to care about. I don't know. I feel like football might take it the more they look into it. Either way, though, yeah. CTE completely ruined Antonio Brown's life.